Yeah. Hey YouTube, it's your favorite mega church cult survivor Leah Lauder, live on TikTok and live on Instagram. I've just talking about Breeny Lee, and this is the only live I'm gonna do on this girl until God humbles her, and then something really big happens and she just looks like an idiot, and then I'll come back in and we'll have absolutely no mercy on her. But what I will say is that she's put out a post about modesty that I found extremely triggering. I just thought, what a B-I-T, you know the rest. I just thought, she's really trying to get a response from me. Like it's like she wants me to do content on her. It's like she's just done this whole thing now. And then she's done the reinvention, but I've seen that she's limited the comments because I think people were telling her that she was in religious psychosis. But anyway, I don't care about Breeny. Once God humbles her, and then I'll come in and I'll do the content, but I'm not going to give her any content for clout, because as I said, Breeny Lee came up in a time where there was a real celebration of black magic, elevation of dark skinned girls, really trying to, almost like unalive this colorism rhetoric and real celebration of like the melanin queens and black girl is magic and all of that. And I've got a darker skinned child and a light skinned child, and my gran was dark skinned, and I'm not into colorism, but I just have to speak the truth and the facts, because she's been in the self-sealing system for a very long time. So it's not that black girl magic era anymore. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? So now we're in an era of like authenticity, liberation, this, that, and the third. That's why nothing she's doing is working. You've noticed she tried to come back into the world because she was in RPF. I don't know what the hell's happened to her. The girl could still be in there for all I know, because she's just so fake. But I think she tried to do like this kind of soft launch where she thought she was just going to be able to just come, because I don't even know who this girl is, because I was in a real cult. Like there seems to be this Christian influencer, like celebrity Hollywood fake type of bubble that they've created, where they've tried to create their own famous people within Christendom. It's an absolute joke. They've got this dark awards, and everything they do is cheap and tacky and a counterfeit, and it's just a joke. So anyway, it looks like they've got this, there's like some, I'm right, thanks, there's this fake Christian famous, but because I was in Daguerre Millscott and I came in the 2000s, like if you were involved in that world, you were seen as worldly. So I don't know who the hell these people are. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know who the hell they are. So even when they're talking about modesty, like when I see Breeny Lee, like I'm not doing no content on her for clout, because I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, your dress is so tight. Even though it's covering everything, your lips, the lip gloss, your lips is seductive. The way you've done your makeup is to draw men in. You're a state, you're a SLAG. It doesn't mean because you've covered yourself up so we can't see your titties. Like, baby, if you and me go out, you're gonna get used, and I'm not gonna get used. Do you understand what I'm saying? Even though all my titties and everything are out, because you don't love yourself, babe. It's got nothing to do with external, and that's what I'm gonna talk about today. Because she just went to Portugal. Breeny, did you get your back blown out when you went with your little fiance? Are you not living together? Are you getting your back blown out left, right, and center? Are you bending over for that man? Because I might be doing content and my knees might be out and I might be wearing short skirts, but no one's blown out my back for 2 years. Are you celibate, girl? Or are you going to do a Sasha Elise on us and pop up pregnant? Please. I'm so sick and tired of these fake gal them, man. It's a joke. Just wait anyway. Let's just sit down and watch this one. I'm so sick and tired of it. I really am. These gal them need to be humbled. God, please humble them. Oh my God. Otherwise, I'm not doing this anymore. If God doesn't humble this girl, I'm not coming on live. I'm not doing anything until this girl gets humbled. I swear down. Because she's really annoyed me with this post now. I need this girl to get exposed. I hope her man's cheating on her. I want something to happen, man. Someone to come forward, something, man. Because I've had enough. Honestly, God, please. Because I can't have gal them out here talking like this. She needs to look like an idiot. I really hope God does something, man. All right. I don't even know what this one is. All right. Do you know what? I'm just going to start from this and then I'm going to go down into the other one. So tonight, what I'm going to be talking about, please like up the live, guys. Welcome YouTube. Welcome Instagram. What I'm going to be talking about tonight is modesty. Yeah. And I want to say, if people were really triggered by, and it's like you're trying to do this classy thing and make it look like it's like this brand and you're classy, and you just got all these like tacky South London tats all over you. And I'm just like, oh, just give it a break, man. I'm so done. Like, just be yourself, girl. There's no reinvention. You need to find yourself. You need to go within. So they're all trying to be something they're not. It's just, she looks like a mannequin. Everything is fake. That's why you don't have the support of the world, because we're not DUMB. You're only going to get them bottom of the barrel, them gal, them there. Oh, the God is using you. God is using you. Oh, it's just like, they're just all in their little bubble of psychosis, and they just all canoodle and enable the psychosis. Like they're all mentally unwell. And they've created like this, their little safe space, their little safe bubble with this religion. It's so sad to watch. Right, so I went on ChatGPT and I was talking to ChatGPT how I was feeling about this, because I was so angry and I didn't want to come on here like, you know, like talking about her fashion brand. They look like wedding dresses. Ooh, girl, are you sure? Wedding dresses from when? The 1500s that are in the museum. What wedding dresses, Chair? Girl, if they look like wedding dresses, I wouldn't choose that for my wedding chair. Do you know what they are? They're like what she's tried to do is she's tried to use the influence from, you know, like that era, like I don't even know, like the biblical, I can't remember, is it the 18th century? I don't know, like the Romance era, like the Renaissance era, but it's just a mess. It's not, it's just, no. If I was going to go from, like, if I was going to do anything from the biblical era, it would be like veils. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I'm not going to give her my ideas. I just thought these 304s are lucky I don't have money, man. Yeah, Handmaiden's Tales, given like, yeah. But I didn't want to come in and, do you know what? She is just triggering. Her whole aesthetic is triggering. If you're a survivor and you've come out these spaces, she is going to be the most triggering person for you currently. Her dresses look like the kind of stuff that my pastor's wife was making me wear. Like, that's her aesthetic. It ages you like 50 years. Like, it's so friggin' triggering, especially with the pockets. Listen, she's trying to package herself like this first lady, and it's just so it's just a joke. Like, you know, the dresses she's got. What really triggered me was when I saw them pockets. You know, in the dresses, I was like, oh my God. I think you see this girl, yeah, she's not she's that her brand isn't for like normal Christian girls doing 9 to 5. It's like she's trying to appeal to like her friends in, like, you know, like the Christian, what, like the Sasha Elises, the people who would just buy it to support her. Because remember, Sasha Elise is a 304 that came up of crepes, off crep. That's why I call her Crepes BM. I know she hates HATEs, people calling her that. That's why I call her that on all of my content. But that's what you are, girl. That's how we know you. We don't know you for doing anything else, because when I've seen all of the interviews with Nala's baby stuff, it's crep that's talking. She's even said she's lucky. This girl's lucky. She thinks I've done any content on her. I haven't, baby. You don't know who I am outside in these streets. I've seen the interviews when it's like, oh, who's the one who's more responsible for the company or the business? She said crep. It came out of her mouth. He just did it. He just did it for He just did it to set her up because she's got his child. That's all it's about. Because that's what road guys do. That's a standard. Do you get what I'm saying? Roadmen do that. And she knew that. She knew what she was doing getting pregnant. She knew what she was doing, yeah. Because a bit after that, they broke up. Them gal there, they know when the relationship's going like rocky and whatever. That's when they trap them. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they have the baby and then, yeah. It's the oldest trick in the book. You know, like when you come from the hood, like you learn survival, innit? So it's like you get the guy who's going to, like, you know, give you that security and, you know, whatever. If she told the truth, she'd say it like this. Do you know what I mean? But she never will. Because gal like that, instead of them facing the truth, they'd rather, like, they take no accountability. They'd rather just like use hyper religiosity. That's why and don't you think it, like, the timing of everything, like with the Breedy one and the Sasha, and what I think these church cults are doing is they're so radical, because at the moment, like, I'm obviously talking, innit, and it's affecting recruitment. Recruitment is the lifeblood of the cult. So there's really RADICAL teaching, which is like getting them to like be really RADICAL and just like give it all up and be about Christ. So they're all in this. We're seeing the religious psychosis because this is like their this is the cult's strategy. But what they're not realizing is that because they've been all trapped in this self-sealing system, the collective consciousness has raised. So you can't just, not even the government's getting away with it. Look at all that Charlie Kirk stuff. They can't get away with it anymore. People are woke. Look at the gal with the vice president. Is the vice president single? Because if the vice president's single, I'm going to say she did it. And that's what I felt from the beginning. Is that vice president single? So people are just too woke now. So they come out and they're trying to like talk and say all their scriptures and whatever. Just people ain't buying it because these gal them, they're not equipped. They're not equipped. They're so shallow. It's superficial. It's surface level. They haven't got the knowledge. They're not intelligent. You know, a lot of these, and that's the thing. Like a lot of the people who are in there, even if they've got like a degree, they've got schooling behind them, they don't have like they don't. What I mean by intelligence is like that critical thinking. They can't. Everything is just really like regurgitated. It's very scripted. Because that's what religion does. It puts you in like a box. It's very narrow-minded. Do you know what I find really funny about like is that calcified prefrontal cortex majority are robotic? Yeah, they ain't grown up. Yeah, in a nutshell, 36. That's what you mean. Okay, I got you. I get you. Do you know what I find really crazy? Can anyone tell me who Breenie Lee is? Oh, my sister's on there. Tony, who's Breenie Lee? Can you come on the live and tell us quickly? Because I don't know who this girl is. Like, has she always done up the Christian influencer stuff? Because if she weren't doing up Christian influencing before, then she's exactly like Sasha. It's like you've made like money from the world. Then you've decided to go and be doing up church, surviving off the money that you made from the big bad evil world. And now she's using the money that she made off all her YouTube and all of the money that she made off the world to sow into a Christian brand, which is about modesty. And now she's saying, oh, F the world. And, you know, it doesn't matter. She's only thinging to people. Now that you've made your money off the world. Oh, these gal them are, you see these gal them, yeah? When I tell you it's a different level of EVIR. And you know, I sat here after I saw Breenie Lee's post, yeah, I sat here and she reminded me, like that post brought me back to like the wickedness of the gal them in the church. Like they'll draw you out and then make you look mad, and you'll be the one left shouting, or you'll put hands on them and then you'll look crazy because it's like this, it's narcissistic reactive abuse. So it's like the triggering. So I said, oh, with this one, hey Carlo, I said, with this one, I gotta have eyes at the back of my head with that girl, because she doesn't like how I treated her, because she's got the influence, she's got these hundreds of thousands of followers, she thinks she's something that she's not. And when she reached out to me, I treated her just like any other survivor. You're not special, darling. And then she was trying to get my attention with these posts, and I weren't really engaging with her because I didn't. Her spirit is repulsive, you know, when they're like that, proud, and my vibration's too high. So she was on a low vibration. I wasn't effing with it. And then I used one of her videos that she sent me on Austin, but I didn't use anything that she sent me, because you know that scripture that says a man that is double-minded in his ways is double-minded. What's that scripture? I have to get it. A man that is double-minded in his ways, because she's all over the place. She's in psychosis, that girl. She's confused as hell. I need to get this scripture, because if there's one thing us first lovers know, bitch, it's our scriptures. All right. No, this isn't. I've got to get the right version, guys. A double-minded man. Okay. James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. That's you, Breenie girl. So when she was sending me her barrage of messages, telling me stuff and whatever, this is the scripture that came into my head. So whilst you're sitting there doing up modesty, I've got discernment, baby girl, because it's not about the clothes. It's not about the apparel. That's why people are repulsed by you, my love. So let me teach you. Listen to mother. Get your notebook and pen out and start taking notes, bitch. James 1:8. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So I could tell that you were unstable, and I just knew that you were going to come back because you're so unstable, you're so confused, your trauma is all over you. You don't know whether you're coming and going. You're contradictory in your thoughts. You're all over the place. It's just given an MESS. And you try and cover your MESS, Brini, with looking perfect. And that's how I know you're a mess. You try to look perfect, like there's not a hair out of place. You've got serious, obsessive, like I can tell she's that type of girl, like everything's got to be perfect. And so someone like that, something happens and it's just her whole thing's going to come apart. So that's why I see that she's got to be in structured religion, otherwise her whole world will fall apart. She's also said she's ADHD, so neurodivergent. She won't be able to survive outside of that structured like that routine that religion creates just in your mind. It's not even about, it's a mental thing. All right, so let's get into it. Oh yeah. And then she sent me the messages. I didn't use any of her testimony because, as I said to you, James 1:8 came to me. A man that is double-minded in his, a man that is, oh God, I always used to forget this one, and it's so easy. I could remember, I could recite long scriptures, and then this one I always used to forget. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. He is a double-minded man, unstable, and you can tell because she's kind of trying to be in the world. You see the girls like Brini, they're very lukewarm. They want one foot in and one foot out. But the reason why she resonates with it is because she's quite the elitist. She wants to exude that, first class, like upper class, whatever. And you just never will be, Brini. You can take the girl out of South London, but you can never take the South London out of the girl. It's all over you, my love. So the way you speak, you're not, and Brini, you can sit there and talk about modesty all that you like, my dear. But your dresses, if we went into, so I go in with my little cocktail dress, let's put on one of your dresses, and those people, that same audience that you're trying to appeal to, will never accept you, my darling. It's all messed up. You can see it's colonization, man. It's colonization. These gal them, they're laves, internalized misogyny, colonization to the IT man. Like, what is she doing? What is that a brand about? It's just it's given lost. It's given a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. An indecisive man is unstable in all his ways. James 1:8, a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. Being a double-minded man, unstable and restless in all his ways, in everything he thinks, feels, or decides. That's Brini Lee's mind. It's like that. I can tell by your fashion brand. I can tell by the perfection. You don't have a hair out of place. You're not comfortable in your own skin. You feel like people accept you based off your appearance. Girl, you're lucky that I'm waiting for the big thing to happen to you, because, girl, I'm not the one. You want this, you can come and get it. But I just feel like it's the clout. I feel like she wants the clout. If I feel differently over the next coming days, you may see some content out of me, but it's like, no. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And at first, because this girl thinks she's smart, I know what she was doing when she tried to reach out to me. I know, but I'm just going to sit back and watch this unfold. Anyway, let's get into what I want to talk about tonight. Yeah. So I found this really triggering. And when I asked ChatGPT, they said that it is my nervous system that's flaring, because it's not about clothes. It's about religious control, shame, and the trauma of having our identity weaponized against us in the cult. Brini Lee talking like that hits the same neural pathways the cult carved into us. Hey, Ange. Modesty policing, one of the cult's old triggers. So this was triggering the way they police the clothes. And I've just seen, it's so sad, because I've seen girls, dress from head to toe, like neck thing, and they've just been the biggest whores I've ever met in my life. Do you know what I mean? So I just don't think it's got anything to do with, Brini's probably taken more D than me, and I'm almost 40, and she's going to sit there and talk about modesty and talk, but it's not about that. Do you know what I mean? It's not about body count. But if it was, girl, you definitely have had more banana than me. Trust me. That's our Eric there. Because I was in that cult for 18 years, bitch. Yeah, so but we don't need to make it about that. And to be honest, I don't want to make it about that, because if we take it there, like, you lot saw what I was doing up in the cult, because I might be dressed like this, but no man's coming inside me. I've got, it's been over 2 years now. That's why I said, you're sitting there talking about modesty and you're trying to sell a modesty brand, but you're giving cheap and double standards, because you were in Portugal, wherever, with your boyfriend. Was he blowing out your back? Has he been blowing out your back? Are you celibate? What's the situation with that? Because I don't think God would want you to be going abroad and staying in a hotel together, babe. If you're talking about modesty is not just about, it's not just about clothes, Brini. This is what I'm going to be teaching tonight, because they think it's about clothes. They cover and hide their sin with like this perfection, this fake perfection that they have. It's like it's like overcompensation for the dry bones inside, for the dry bones and the cold heart and all of the trauma and the EVIL inside jail. These gal them in these cults are just the worst. I was chatting to one of my ninjas today that was in a cult for a while. He's just saying, yeah, the Christian gal them are the loosest. They're the loosest, yeah. That's where you find the gal them that are like at the bottom of the barrel. Like, remember that girl that I told? Listen, I'm just waiting. Because if I ever find out that this girl starts doing up church, that's when I'll expose her. Everything she did, all her business, all the man them that's ran through her, I'll expose her. I'll put up all her pictures. I'll expose. If she ever tries to do church a day in her life, oh my God. Because this is the kind of gal them that end up there. But I hope she does in a way. Because when I expose it, and I don't care what she says about, I'm willing to take any L. Because she did know a bit of my business, but people won't believe her because they'll look at me and they'll look at her, and no one's going to listen to that. But anyway, because they can just see that all the man them can see that it's like, the vulnerable visibility, so we can all see she's a 304. It's reeking off her. All right, guys. So okay. So it's going to feel like a breakdown because the body is remembering. The body keeps the scores, yeah? So it's the body remembering. So let's look at what the Bible actually teaches about modesty. So 1 Timothy 2:9-10, it says women should adorn themselves in modest apparel, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or expensive clothes, but with good works. Her dress is expensive. Her dress is like $3 bills. Her dress is like $3 bills. These gals don't know their words. Oh God, I'm gonna have to see if I feel like it. If I feel like I want to do some content on it, they just don't know anything. I just think it's a waste of energy, though. I feel like people can see it as well. Or expensive clothes, but with good works. This is don't perform wealth, class, or superiority. Live with humility and good character. It's about ego and status, not skin. It's about, so this scripture in context is about ego and status. It's not about showing skin. This is not hide your body or you're a tart. This is don't perform wealth, class, or superiority. Live with humility and good character. It's about ego and status, not skin. That's why she's repulsive. That's why she doesn't understand that she's not modest. She doesn't understand that she's not modest. She thinks modesty, she showed some tight dresses. She doesn't understand that she's not even classy. The influence the world's completely different. It's like they're trying to show this life like that they've got, and it's all fake. 1 Samuel 16:7. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. There it is. Modesty equals heart, posture, humility, integrity, softness, intention. That's why God used Rahab, the Shmeg's worker, because she was modest in heart. God knew that a heart like that was going to take in them men, the spies, not fabric. Modesty is the heart, the posture, humility, the integrity, the softness, the intention, not fabric. Proverbs 31 woman. She's strong, dignified, laughs at the days to come. She makes fine linen and sells it. She probably thinks she's a Proverbs 31 woman because she's selling fine linen. Brini, you're lost. Oh God, please humble this girl, please. It was absolutely triggering. Anyway, I'm not doing no more content until this girl gets humbled. I'm not doing it. Not a single verse about necklaces or hemlines. Jesus plus women. What is this? I haven't even read this. All right. I don't think this is the version I was meant to read, guys. 1 second. Oh yeah, this is the one. All right. I'm going to just go in between the notes that I've got, guys. So for anyone triggered by modesty rhetoric online right now, especially those who live through religious control, breathe. You are not losing it. Your nervous system is remembering a cage you fought your way out of. And I think that's what's triggering for me, because obviously I've put up that video of me when I was the modest wife. You know, I did things the right way. I'm not like Breenie Lee going Portugal getting my back blown out. I haven't rinsed myself out in the world, you know, been a YouTube, whatever. And I gave 18 years of my life to the ministry thinking that I was doing the work of God. Got married the right way, you know, had my kids, waited until I was married. I did everything the right way, was that modest wife, and I completely lost myself. It was hell. You know, and it's this dangerous rhetoric that they put out there, and then the husbands end up cheating on the wives. They're not attracted to them. They're absolutely repulsive. Modesty, as many of us were taught, wasn't spirituality. It was behavior regulation, behavior control, image management, and patriarchy in religious clothing. And that's what her whole brand stands for. In cultic and fundamental, even the era that she's gone for, that was like, you know, like you lot are right, like that Handmaid's Tale vibe. Hey, King. That Handmaid's Tale vibe. It's like very like old school, you know, like when women didn't have any rights, like, you know, when we couldn't vote, like, just, I don't know, it's so triggering what she's doing up, man. She can't even see it. Like, she's actually showing us the lens. Like, that's patriarchy in a fashion brand. That's patriarchy in a dress chair. Thanks, King. It's just crazy. So in cultic and fundamentalist systems, modesty is used to silence women, control bodies and visibility, divide good versus bad women. And do you know why this is really crazy? Because this covers a lot of the abuse as well, this modesty doctrine, because the women that are really getting abused and used as schmeg slaves and whatever, they're the ones with the skirts down to the ankles. So no one would think that the pastors eating out of the great bowl, the pastors essaying the women, or because it's like like the purity culture is eaten out of the great culture, because the women are taught through this modesty lens where it allows men to abuse their positions of power as well. Because in that setting, especially when the women are all covered up and whatever, it's like the pastors aren't expecting them to be doing that up. So when it all comes out, it's like, oh my God, you know, it's like shocking. And what one woman that the pastor was taken advantage of, when she told the pastor, do you know what he said to her? How could you be so cheap? After the pastor using his position of power to coerce her. So it's like it's great because it's through coercion, and he's used his trusted position of power. So, you know, I think what's triggering is girls like her. It takes us back. It sets us back like 1,000 years. Oh, thanks for the follow, KK. You know, when Breenie sits there with her Handmaid's Tale fashion brand, and, you know, she's going off on a rant about modesty because she's so insecure, and there's so much trauma. There's so much internalized misogyny. There's so much trauma that girl has not dealt with inside, that it's just this vomit of just, you know, I don't even know what to say. It's projection of vomiting. Yeah, that's probably how I would describe it. It also protects males' egos and reputations, and it links female wealth. It links female worth to male approval. So they come for the women who wear, like, you know, like I like wearing. The issue with gal like Breenie Lee is them gals are pick-me's. Like, she can't live without a man. If she found out tomorrow that guy was cheating on her, she'd fall apart. Like, I don't want a man. I'm never going to get married again. I'm never going to get my back blown out. I don't want a man. So when I dress, it's for myself. It's for me to feel sexy. It's for me to, I don't care about what them. I'm not here for male's approval. Everything that she's done is like very old fashioned. What she thinks is in with the times. It's for male approval because the man wants to marry the modest woman. She doesn't even know that she's so against the will and move and just flow of God. She'll see anyway. She'll see. They'll all see. They'll all see. They'll all see. I'm so sick of it. So these type of women, they protect the male egos and the reputation because, like, we have to cover up and we have to be modest. For what? For the male gaze, because they can't control themselves. It's ridiculous. It links female worth to male approval. It creates fear of expression, beauty, and embodiment. Because also the way you dress is expression of art. But she's just indoctrinated, you know what I mean? Because she's supposed to have a degree in fashion or whatever. And, you know, you learn this in fashion, that it's art, it's creativity, it's, you know, but she's just lost. She's lost. We were told Good women cover, holy women shrink, pure women stay small. But the truth is, covering yourself was never the path to safety or modesty. Many of us did. That's why I remember I said to you when I was working in the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea. There's a strong community of the opposite of what they believe. Yeah, like they call Goulburn Little Morocco, and I worked with a lot of women who covered up from that religion. And oh my God, the stories, the things that would go on, the way that they were getting their backs blown out by all of the brothers and the ends, and it was crazy because the actual exploitation and all of the stuff that was going on within the Muslim community in that area, it was just so eye-opening doing that work because I was the lead on violence against women and girls in the borough. It was crazy what was going on in it. And so when we bring up this modesty rhetoric, like these gal them with like everything on, like the whole thing, their whole apparel, their whole modest wear, and it doesn't matter. And even gal them in that religion will tell you the same thing. It's a state of the heart. It takes self-control. It's not the clothes you wear that's going to stop you from dropping your panty. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a state of the heart. Modesty is a state of the heart. Many of us did everything right. Quiet, modest, obedient, and still faced abuse. Betrayal, coercion, shame, and harm. Because the danger was never our bodies. It was systems that fair women who own themselves. Psychology. The modesty culture. Modesty culture isn't purity, it's programming. It doesn't mean because you put on a long dress. Some of the most cantankerous, evil, unkind, mean-spirited, egotistical, chauvinistic women I've ever met were in what they would see as the most modest type of what's that scripture where it says that I have rejected you? There's that scripture about God rejecting our heart. Do you know what? It's so late. I need to brush up on my scriptures. I'm getting rusty. Internalized misogyny, women policing women, and this is what they love to do. It makes them feel because she can't face the fact that like she's washed up, it's over for her in the world, like no one's interested, so she's got to do something because it's like a drug, like she's lost, she doesn't know, she's kind of like in limbo all over the place. So she's trying to get like validation in this brand and the stuff she's doing to show that she's doing stuff, and it's sad. It's sad because their validation comes from everything's external. They have to feel like they're doing stuff, and it's just sad. So now she's got this level, where she can police women, and she's reinvented herself, and she's higher than everyone else. And, she's sitting there with her holy women book, and now she's got her first lady wig on. Brini, you're a mess. Girl, even if it luck off, Minakir, you're a mess. Now it's screaming religious psychosis. Like everybody can see it. And I didn't say a peep. There's not a peep of content out about you. And people are clocking it. Like that's how much of an MESS you are. I didn't even need to do no content. I was just sick because you're just screaming attention. From the moment you reached out to me, I could see you were a clout chaser. Do you know what I mean? Anything for clout, chair. Just go back to RPF, girl. Just go back. Be better off in there, chair. All right. So scrupulosity, anxiety dressed as holiness. Then we've got shame conditioning. If I'm small enough, I'll be safe. And also it's about belittling women. I'm thinking that they're like higher, and it gives them validation as well. Because these gal them can't even come and say anything. They just need to shut their mouth because, if they're coming on like, oh, it's for attention, it's for this. Oh, baby girl, you were doing it for longer. You were doing it for, girl, I was in the cult for 18 years. If we add up the time you were whoring yourself out on Instagram and YouTube and everywhere and every type of tube, I was in the cult, my loves. Yeah, riding it out for Jesus. I've only been out a couple of years in the world. You lot have had your days to whore it out. Leave me to do mine. Yeah, so stop judging. Stop judging. You lot have 304'd yourself out. I never got the opportunity to have my chance. Yeah, you lot did it in your 20s. You rinsed yourself out. Are you all right? Do you get what I'm saying? Curvy vibes. And even now I'm like saying, oh, okay, I'm going to be celibate. But if I want to wear a little sexy dress, I never got to wear it. This is how I was dressing. You lot have had your time. Yeah, you can dress modest now because the whole world has seen your titties, Breenie and Sasha and co. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, give us a Kit Kat, man. Stop being so hypocritical and you are a mess. That's why the gal them are not thinking with you. That's why you don't have your audience from the world. And it's the world that's paying them. She's going to learn, yeah, that them people in there, she's doing all her brand and whatever. They don't buy nothing. These Christians don't have no money. They ain't got the peas. But she's not doing it for the real ones anyway. She's doing it for the people that have got money. She knows what she's doing. She knows they ain't got nothing. It's like because she's trying to do luxury fashion brand within that denomination. You can just see they're all elitist in there, man. They're all worldly. But it's because that they are the world. They are the world. They are so worldly. Don't listen to the name and the labels, guys. Watch what they do. You know, I was looking in this girl's comment and the girl said, oh, I wish if it was more affordable, I would have been able to, like, you know, get it, like something. And then, like, I don't know, she said something, like she put a scripture there, like, you know, a scripture. And then Breenie must have got a bit defensive and was like, I don't even know what she said, but don't even know. They forget that Christianity is supposed to be all about, like, love. And because I don't get a penny to do what I do. I'm on here. This is out of the kindness of my heart. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, this is true Christianity. This is love. Do you know what I mean? And the more they do this stuff, the more people can just see. It's not about the words that you say, B. It's about your character. Like, indeed, because you go and do this fashion brand, but how is it helping people? How is this spreading the word of Christ? Now you're saying you're doing everything for Christianity. How? It doesn't make sense. It's not adding up. You've created this luxury fashion brand that's like the friggin' designers, do you know what I mean, that create things for 20p and then sell it for however much to make a profit. What is going on? I just feel like that kingdom, you know, Dom, I just feel like it's just crumbling. Is it just me? Does anyone else, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, because I feel like I'm losing it. I feel like they're gaslighting us. And another thing that they do as well is they put out fake statistics. Like, you see, like, that there's a lot of propaganda. Like, there's been these statistics, like, going around that they've never seen so many young people turn into Christ and all this. And we're, like, all on the internet. It's like what America does. Like, we're all on the internet. We can see, like, so many people talking about, like they're not on it anymore. Like, the churches are not empty, but they're not seeing that growth that they used to see. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like saying stand still. They're not able to retain. They have to keep recruiting. Bro. These are mad times, yeah. Guys, all I'm going to say is, and everything I've been saying on here is allegedly. It's all alleged. None of this is factual on Breenie Lee. It's just all alleged. Everything is alleged. Alleged. It's all alleged, baby. All right. I'm going to go soon, guys. I'm so tired. But I think survivors are processing, you know, because I haven't really seen, like, some of the usual people that come up. But it's really crazy energy at the moment, guys. The energy is mad up. So I would say, like, take care of yourself. Try and keep yourself grounded. I feel like a lot more people are on the FYP. And I get it, guys. Sometimes you just need to be, because it was a struggle for me to get on today. But I said I'm going to push through. No, who's that requesting? I don't just take people on my live like that because of the energy, my love. I need to know what it is that you want to say, and unless I know you as a survivor. I'm very protective. In this season, I'm so protective of my energy. I also want to let survivors know, like, if you come across this video later and you watch it, if you're not seeing me on as much live, guys, I'm offering a lot of, like, crisis intervention support to survivors currently. I am getting a lot of survivors coming through. Like, I'm actually inundated. because another cult I'm going to start looking at is Shincheonji. And I think I've just been avoiding this cult because I know it's going to trigger me. Because these bigger ones, it really triggers me, like the UCKGs, the Shincheonjis. It's similar to my cults. I kind of shut down. If you notice, I kind of expose the smaller cults like more. I don't know. It's just like when they're, it just puts me right back there. It really does. I've just had too many young black women come forward now. I've got and of course that woman done the content on it. She did some research or something. She did a really good piece on it, and then now I've actually had these women start to come forward. I've had about 3 women in the space of a week from Shincheonji come forward actually. So I am gonna start speaking about them. And I also want to deep dive into Potter's House a little bit more because as it's been confirmed that Sasha Elise does attend Potter's House. I'm not going to say which branch, but she is. It's been confirmed now that she attends there. She's an active member. So it makes sense because they're crazy. Potter's House. Oh my God. Have you seen the content? Did you see when I was putting it all up? They're like they come like Jehovah's Witness. That's why she's moving like that. Can you see the radical change in her dressing and everything as well? Guys, do you know what we're dealing with? It's all of these Instagram 304s. They're all converting, innit? There's a wave of them converting. Oh my God. And you know, these are the type of gal them that I can't just get on my nerves. It's like my worst nightmare. It's like, God, why? Why me? Because you know me, like, I'm not really, like, obviously I can cuss out and this and that, but when it comes to, like, indirects, and I'm just not used to, like, I'm just not used to people like being able to do indirects, you know, in real life. Like, I'm not used to people disrespecting me, like talking back to me. Like, I'm not used to it, like indirect, like people having my name in my mouth. I'm not used to it. So it's so hard. It's so hard. But guys, I've come so far. Don't you think I've come so far? I've gone from like getting accounts banned to things getting locked off to being able to like, you know, really control myself. But do you know what? I have to pick up the antidepressants for that as well. I'm not going to lie. Come on, let's face it. Since I got on some meds, I've become a lot more balanced. Like it's really, and that's what I want to say to survivors. If you feel like you're going for a mental health spark, just go and get some ADs, man. Some antidepressants. Yeah, why are you struggling? Just go and get it. They demonize it, and it's just like, babe, why are you struggling? Like every day you're up and down. You can't have normal relationships. You're all over the place. You can't. Do you know what I realized? That I wasn't even in a space to be able to do therapy until I got on the meds. Because when you're doing therapy, you need to be able to be like in a good space. Do you understand what I'm saying? To even be able to like understand and receive, and then and then you need to do a lot of reflection. So if you're not thinking straight, how are you gonna heal? How are you gonna be able to truly go within? So then we've got trauma bonding, seeking worth through obedience, disassociation from the body to survive. It teaches girls to shrink themselves and calls it virtue. So that's why we get like triggered by the Proverbs 31, the virtuous woman of virtue and valor, because they use it to abuse, they use it to silence us, you know, the list goes on and on. Spirit and sovereignty. Biblical modesty was never about covering skin. It was about humility, character, and not performing superiority. Hey, Tally. Tally, we need to talk, innit? Girl, is that Tally? Is that Tally or someone else? No, that's someone else, isn't it? Jesus didn't silence embodied women. He dignified them. He defended them. He never demanded they disappear. They're just nothing like Christ. And it's so sad because I think we're all seeing it now. They're just nothing like Christ. If Christ came back tomorrow, he would more be like hanging out with us. You know, the collective, like the people who are just real, like just that's Christ's vibration, man. He couldn't be around them people, them religious people wouldn't accept Christ. They'd call him a witch and a demon and a hippie, and they wouldn't accept him. They'd want to change him. Yeah, like get the suit on him, get him to cut his hair because he'd have the long hair. They want him to cut. Let's just work with the Eurocentric view of Christ because, come on, guys. We know what it says in the Revelations: hair like clouds, copper skin. Me I'm woke, but for the sake of just universal, whatever. It's just we're hypothetically speaking, and we know that's a load of human fecal matter. So I'm going to use it as a hypothetical school of thought because it's human fecal matter. So if that Eurocentric, blue-eyed, long hair, pale skin Christ walked in the cult, even that one, they would still get him to be cutting off the hair and taking off the robe and putting on a suit, because they want to unalive everyone's true authenticity and identity. So not even Jesus Christ can be himself in these cults. Do you understand that? Not even if Jesus Christ came back tomorrow, they would be trying to change him into David Antry, son of the house. Jesus Christ couldn't even be Jesus Christ. And then they want to turn around and have some chat for me. That's why I'm not afraid. Afraid of what? Paranoid of what? Of who? Of what? They're nothing like Christ be. And black magic, if they want to do black magic, come on, let's do it together. I'll match the energy. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of a bit of black magic, guys. It's not scary. I'm not afraid of it. I'm not afraid to go into the shadows. I'm not afraid to go into the dark place. I'm not afraid to match that energy. I don't need to go to someone in a village or a hut, baby. With yes. I need to go unaware. But y'all do. Y'all hoes do. You get me? Don't try me, baby. I'm not the blood clot one. Because any judge man that you go to, they're going to tell you that you can't touch me. Their stuff. And if they take money off you, they've just robbed you. Because nothing can touch me. So if they tell them that and you take money, hey girl, and you take money, you're just going to get robbed. But I want you to get robbed anyway, so it's fine. All right. So let's look into how are you, my love? Carlo. Right. And you know what? Yeah, you haters, because I know you lot are. Anyway, let me be careful. You keep calling me a seahead. Don't be jealous because I'm like supermodel vibes. Okay. This is like 2000s, 90s fine them. All right. If you don't get to know, go and get to know. You just put in 90s fine and you'll see my aesthetic before you. Okay. That's my aesthetic, my love. Tall, slim, thin. All shapes and sizes are beautiful, but when you want to try and come, because they're indirectly trying to come, for my weight and whatever. But the man them love it. All right. So again, I want to repeat that it was about humility, character, and not performing superiority. That's why you can get me, and that's why I said it's like people have judged me my whole life and think I'm a certain way and whatever, and I really do have like a heart for people. But most gal them that are pretty, they're quite proud, like Sasha Elise. That's your typical textbook mixed race gal, entitled, proud. They're usually like that. So usually when people see me, they don't think I'm going to be as kind and nice as I am, because a lot of like gal them like that, they act like they've got a thing up their batteries. So why was I saying all of that? What was I saying all of that to say? And these are the type of gal them that end up in these places. So it's got nothing to do with, the clothes that they wear, because they're wearing all of these clothes, but it's just repulsive. Like even when you sit down and you hear them speak, hey, use the 150, it's just your body is literally rejecting them as they're speaking. Like that's how bad it is. So Jesus didn't silence embodied women. He dignified them, defended them, and never demanded them that they disappear. True modesty is presence without ego, not absence from your own life. It's about authenticity. So for every survivor, I'm going to read this. ChatGPT gave me this, and then I'll look over a few points that I'll just share before I go, because guys, I'm so exhausted. I don't know how I'm doing everything I'm doing, but God has given me the strength. Because it's not easy, but you can see this is a spiritual war now. I don't care. I'll fight them to the unalivement of me. I don't care. Like, listen, I will unalive. Like how 50 says, get rich or unalive trying. It's like expose them or unalive trying. Like that's what I'm on, chat. I'm so on it. Like I'm not, even to my last breath. Do you know what I mean? Even if I was unalive and on my bed, I'd still be like, you know, cursing dag. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I will unalive myself doing it. I've got nothing to lose. Man, I care. Man, I block like care. You know, hey, I'm tired, everything. I don't care. I'll still come on the live. That's what I'm saying, guys. I had to like, it's not even like I've stopped, because I haven't stopped. And I think people, you know what? People become more afraid when I'm not online, because there's definitely things I'm cooking behind the scenes, because I never take my foot off this break. Never. Behind the scenes, it's like I'm talking to survivors. We're strengthening the collective. For every survivor, your body is not a sin. Your expression is not rebellion. Your voice is not a threat. It is liberation. You're allowed to take up space, be seen, feel beautiful, reclaim your body, dress how you choose, live in freedom instead of fear. Modesty is a choice, not a moral badge. Autonomy is sacred. Embodiment is holy. Any teaching that demands you disappear or you shrink yourself is not from God. It's a form of control. You didn't fall, you rose. And your freedom is not shameful. Your freedom, your authenticity is not shameful. And they don't realize that they're even attacking, like, there's people who have been through so much and got so much confidence to come out, and it's like just through that vindictive, evil projection, wickedness, coming to just break someone down. That's Breenie Lee. That's a religious woman, indoctrinated severely. But I think them type of girl have always been like that. Like, she had that in her, the go-getter, cutthroat world. She was coming from that, stepping on necks to get where she could tell Breenie's like that. She just cares about it's me, myself, and I. She probably found their man in RPF and cut out. Them type of gal, they're just all about the D I've told you, all about themselves. That's why I say, like, it's triggering hearing it. But for them gal there in that setting, they should all just be in there together like a coven. They're a coven. Your freedom is not shameful. It's evidence that you survived a system designed to erase you. And I think that's also triggering, because it is she signifies the systems of patriarchy and control, and you know, that it's a very Pharisaic spirit. It's repulsive, very judgmental, sanctimonious, holier than thou, tone deaf, disconnect from reality, distorted reality, giving disassociation, giving cognitive dissonance, giving with this girl. I feel like so much trauma has happened to her, especially in her childhood years, because for there to be this display of insecurity and barrage of projectile vomiting, you know, and I haven't really tapped into her energy, and I don't really want to, but you can just see the trauma's all over her. It's visible vulnerability. You can't hide it with all of that, like, perfection that you try to do up, like not a hair out of place, like sitting, and everything staged with that girl. Where's Breenie? Like, she does everything staged, even when she's trying to look natural. Like, it's just all everything staged. There's nothing authentic about that girl. That's why she doesn't do well on TikTok. She's more on Instagram. She can't come on this app like that, chair. This app's all about authenticity. Do you understand what I'm telling you? Like, Insta's still got, they're still kind of living their fake world. But what's happening is more of the TikTokers are moving over to Instagram now, because I think what Meta's done is they've all joined it. I think they want Instagram to, like, have more views and Facebook people to engage. But what I did see, this is a breaking news. Breaking news. You know, now on Instagram, what's happening is you can translate, you know, your language, the content or something. I've seen that come up today or tomorrow. So I'm going to be using Instagram a bit more to do up my videos, if it can be doing up that. You get it? So I don't know. But them gal there, they can't come on TikTok. They're not authentic, man. They have to stay on Instagram, you know, where they get their guaranteed like 4,000 views. They don't have to work for it. They're just coasting. They've already got their 3,000 or 300 whatever followers, their blue tick from back in the day. That stuff's old school. Like TikTok, this is the hustle. Like you got to work hard. Like you're like on here, you're just gonna come off the back of like old glory on TikTok, but you won't get past that like ceiling. Like on TikTok, you won't get past because it's a different era. These gal there are fish out of water. You'll see. Whatever these gal them think they're gonna achieve, they ain't. It's a different world now. It's a different world. All right. So you didn't fall, you rose, and your freedom is not shameful. It's evidence that you survived a system designed to erase you. And these women, they put us back like 1,000 years. They're enablers. So it's so disappointing to see. We dress for self-ownership now, for dignity, for self-love, not for male approval or religious police. An example, I dress what makes me feel sexy. I dress what makes me feel good. Men worship me. I'm not looking for a man to, like, I've done the marriage, I've been the whole Irvin and Lave, I've done the whole modest thing. It's just a load of human fecal matter. So I've seen the light. Like, it's also like, why do women have to be objectified? I can wear what I want. Do you know what I mean? I'm not looking at you. If you're lusting after me, control yourself. Get it together, baby. I don't want you. But that's a level of self-love and authenticity. These gal them, they're just pick-me's. So it's like, oh, we're responsible for the male gaze, so we've got to be modest. Because it's just like, whatever, girl. Whatever, girl. The oldest profession is a schmegs worker chair. And what do you think they were wearing back in the day? Come on, man, get out of there, man. Your clothes look more like what the schmegs workers used to wear back in the day. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I just can't believe this. They're so lost. I'm so frustrated by this. It's so tone deaf. It's so like, what error? What is she? What's going on in that girl's brain? What's happening? To every survivor reclaiming their body, their voice, their femininity, you're not immodest, you're reborn. Wear what the hell you want, ladies. And it's taken us so long to get to this point where even the men, do you realize there are men in the world that don't believe in Jesus Christ, that have more common sense than Breenie Lee, that will sit there and be like, oh, we as men, we got to learn to control ourselves. Do you know how far we've come? What it's taken us for men to have a certain rhetoric and a certain mindset, and then we have these women with the internalized misogyny because they HATE themselves and their mother. She's probably, what relationship does she have with her mother? Because this is giving mother wounds. Yeah, I'm bang on. I think she's got mother wounds. Does anyone know what her background is with her mum? Because this is giving serious mother wounds. Like, this is giving some. All of these gal them, they've all got these mother wounds, like kid, like wounds growing up, man, like trauma. They were left for unalivement. They were left to fend for themselves and raise themselves. These type of gal them are dangerous. They don't care about no one but themselves. That's the real Jezebel spirit that they're talking about in these places and spaces. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go because it's heated. I need to rest. I'll come on tomorrow at some point, yeah. But I am gonna go now because I don't know what to say. Guys, I might be back on later. Let's see how it goes. But I love y'all. It'll be recorded on YouTube, guys. I got a feeling to go. Let me go. I got a feeling. Oh, it was all right. There was no related tutorials. I feel bad now. All right, I might come back on later. Let me see how I feel. Love you, YouTube. Miss Elrose, love you, miss you, girl. And I might see you later. If not tomorrow.